Let's see. I'm not sure if everybody can hear me, but today is May 1st, 2015. Oh my gosh, time is flying, right? I am Jess Markowitz, Independent Scentsy Director and Director of Jesse's Angels Saving Lives team. And I'm so excited to be here with you guys today because I'm going to be talking to you guys about how I've earned my summer incentives every single year since I started in 2011. And I joined actually April of 2011. And so I was brand new 1 month in, and I earned my summer incentive in May, June, and July. So if you're brand new, you know, wipe those thoughts out of your heads of like, oh, I knew I'm never going to get this. Absolutely not. It's so possible because if I could do it, so can you, right? So today I'm going to go over pretty much, I hope that you went to your workstation and printed out the terms and conditions of how to actually earn this trip. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just close those. It seems kind of dark back there. Hold on a second. Okay, now you can see me better. Okay, so they're pretty, to be honest with you, they are, it's really self-explanatory, but if you're brand new, like I was, there's sometimes you get a couple questions, you get a little confused. And so I don't want people to miss out on this opportunity just because you don't understand. So what I wanted to do is be able to jump on live. Hopefully some of you guys will be on live with me and you'll be able to answer any questions that I don't clarify. But this is so attainable. And the reason why I really wanted to talk to you guys today is because every single incentive that Scentsy gives you from the second you start, even your 500 of hitting your shooting star in your first 15 days, what they're doing is training us how to run our business in order to be successful. Now, the reward is just what gets us going, right? It makes us go, oh, well, I guess I'll work my business because if I can earn that, then maybe, you know, because I think a lot of us join and we don't quite have the belief that we will be that person going on that trip, right? We think, oh, it's just those people that have been in the company for years and they're superstar directors and star directors, and that's the only people to go, right? Am I speaking correctly? Well, if you're not thinking that way, amen to you, because the higher percentage of us think that when we first start, and even sometimes when we're not new consultants, even when we're seasoned, and maybe because we just never tried to actually earn that incentive. So you think, well, I'll just never earn one. That's so not true. The beauty about this business is you could start your business every single day. You could revamp your business every month. Today is a brand new month, clean slate, and you can pretend like you're a brand new consultant and do the things that brand new consultants do to earn that shooting star, to earn sensational start level 1, because the things that they're asking us to do to earn those are the things that are going to earn your trip, which is so awesome, right? And the reason why I've earned every single trip since I started is because I just keep doing what I'm supposed to do consistently with our business. And sometimes I do better. Sometimes I don't do as much. So, but you focus on what you can do. And so instead of beating yourself saying, oh, well, that person doesn't have anything else to do, don't focus on other people because, you know, first, you don't know what their circumstance is, okay? And then second, you can only make your dreams come true by not making excuses. You can't make money and your dreams come true and getting on this trip on the cruise by making excuses. So what we need to do is focus on what we can do, okay? Instead of the list of things that we can't, which we all have those lists. I didn't get to the point where I'm at to making this a full-time career by making excuses and by not having nothing else to do in my life. I have small kids. I had a husband that was active duty military, So I was kind of a single mom the whole time I was building my business, and I was in the middle of nowhere and I didn't know anybody. So if I could do this, and I had one car, and when he was home, he had the car. So sometimes I had to walk wherever I went to build my business. So when there's a will, there's a way. Okay. Use me as an example. If I can do this, you can do this. I want to share something with you guys before we get into the actual training, something that only a few of my team members know. I shared this on a team meeting, a webinar in 2012, and not everybody was on the team yet. Maybe you didn't watch that video. Even if you were, maybe you didn't come to the team meeting. So you may not know this about me, but I want to share this with you guys. It used to be something that I was so embarrassed of, but now it just makes me feel like, you know what? This is proof that anybody can make this business successful. I have dyslexia. And if you don't know what dyslexia is, it means that basically my brain processes everything backwards. So it takes me longer to register everything and compute how things, you know, if I'm reading something, I have to read it like a couple times for it to actually register and sink into what the content means. So when I was first reading my first summer incentive, it took me a while to understand it. And I had to ask a lot of questions, and I had to clarify, am I understanding this correctly? So don't be bashful to reach out to your upline, to me, your sponsor, to, you know, go above me, whatever. But reach out to people that have done this before and just let them know what you understand. And then they can clarify if it's accurate or not, and then elaborate. But we can't help you unless we know what you're getting. And so the reason why I know that is because that's how I am. My sponsor, my directors, my superstar directors, all those people around me, my sideline people, they couldn't help me unless I said, okay, this is what I understand, because the way my brain works. Now, this also, because I said that, it takes me longer to understand things, then that means I have to work extra hard, okay? So it doesn't, I can't just pick up this and read it and say, oh, got this down. I have to kind of read it and then read it again and then go, okay, put it into a scenario and say, okay, so if I do this, this, and this equals this, right? And that's pretty much how I work with everything. So if I can build a business, if I can earn incentive trips, so can you. Because I know that doesn't matter what struggles we all have, emotional, mental, physical, this plan and the compensation plan that's in your startup guide and the Ascent Academy is a proven structure that if you just follow it to your best ability, no matter how long it takes you to understand it, but you just keep implementing and keep doing something with your business every single day, you are going to do amazing things with your business. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Some of you won't earn this trip. And it doesn't mean because you're not going to try, it doesn't mean you're not good enough. It doesn't mean that you're not meant to earn it. It means that it just may not be the right time for you. But here's the thing. If you do your best from May to the end of July to earn this trip, you are going to be building a business. You are going to be building momentum for your business. So say you are sharing, giving the opportunity to everybody. You know, you do great in sales, but then nobody just seems to want to buy. You're planting seeds everywhere. Well, guess what? You are planting a seasonal garden to sprout in the fall season. And guess what goes on in the fall season? Our annual summer incentive trip. So in July at the Scentsy Family Reunion, they're going to be announcing that one. So there's always something to look forward to. So just because you may not build enough momentum right this minute, but it is possible. So don't stop and think, oh, it's just not possible. I know people that have earned this trip on the last day of the qualification period. The last day. And I know people that have earned their trip on the last day of the annual incentive period. So never stop. You know that old saying, you know, it's not over until the, I hate to say fat lady because that's a bad expression, but till she sings. Well, that's what you want to talk about. Nobody's singing until 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on July 31st. Okay. I think July has 31 days, right? So let's get into the training. Now, I wish I could see who is on because for some reason I can't. Give me just a second. Cameras on, questions and answers. Oh, it's disabled. No, I want to be able to enable it. Okay. Tag, showcase, show my screen, chat. Okay, so the chat's open. So I believe I'd be able to see if anybody's on. So I'm thinking nobody's on live with me today, but it was last minute, so that's okay. I just wanted to get this out here because the more you know now, the more likely you'll be able to dive in first day, get out there and start working your business. Okay, so let's dive into the actual terms and conditions. So there's an actual points of credits that you have to earn, and it's 15,000 credits from May 1st to July 31st. I was right. Okay. And how you earn this trip is going to be by your recruiting. Okay. And it starts today. Anybody that joins from May 1st to July 31st and then becomes active, you are going to get 1,500 points for each of those consultants. Okay. Then anybody from this point on, from today till July 31st, that either promotes to certified or above, because if they promote to certified, you are going to get 3,000 points for those. Okay, so where are we at now? I actually have this point system up here. 3 active for the first time, new or old. So if you get 3 active, that's 4,500 points right there. Okay, somebody calculating for me? Well, I will do this on my calculator as we do this. So we are at, let's see, 4,500. So I'm adding that. Okay, then we have new or old consultants, frontline, become certified. Now it says that each new or existing frontline member who promotes to certified before the end of the promotion, you're going to get 3,000 points for that. So if you get 3 consultants promote to certify within this time period, you're going to get 9,000 points. So there we go, 9,000. So that's 13,500. You're almost there, okay? Then you get points from your PRV every month. Now, the reason why you want to hit 500 is because, again, remember I told you they're training they're training you to do something. So I'm going to go through the point system and then explain what they're training you to do by having you do these specific things, okay? 500 is going to earn you 3,000 points. Now, a lot of people are asking, well, what if I get 2,000 points? Good for you, because you're going to get a 5% monthly sales award and bonus of 5% on your commission check. So don't stop and say, oh, I'm going to save this till next month, because you're hurting your own paycheck for the month. So, I mean, that's up to you, but why not do it all? Because if you are selling $2,000, you're building momentum. If you're asking everybody to buy, host, and join of $2,000, that's a lot of clients. That's up to it's probably about 20 clients in that month, 16 to 20 to hit $2,000. And so if you are letting every single person know their opportunity with Scentsy, which is to buy again, because we have new things starting, like June starts the Bring Back My Bar incentive promotion, excuse me. And so even though they bought in May, hey, they have something that's not available except for just the 1 month. So they have a reason to buy again, right? Okay, they can host their own Bring Back My Bar party and earn their own free and half off items. And then they can join and earn this trip with you, right? And get on this journey with you. So if you are letting every single person know, statistics show that if you are selling $2,000 a month, you will have at least 1 to 3 people joining your team in each month. So if you did that, sorry, I have to get my nails done today. Anyways, if you did that, that's 3 people. Then you have 3 people to work with, okay, to help them get certified. And then you got your 4,500 points if they just become active. And if they become certified, there's your 3 people, okay? So really really strive for that $2,000, even though 500 is only going to get you your 3,000 points. Okay. And then if you attend the Scentsy family reunion, I can't wait. It's here in Las Vegas. If you haven't registered, it's not too late. Yesterday was the cutoff for the early bird discount, but it's $300. But guess what? You're gonna get $300 worth of free product. Ah, that is so much. They are the most just giving, amazing, selfless people I've ever met. I mean, they don't need to do that. Reunion is for us to build our business, and they're giving us product back worth our tickets. So we're basically going for free when you really think about it. Okay, yes, the people that have to pay for lodging and travel, absolutely, but that's all tax deductible, okay? All tax deductible. So, and you are investing in your business and your future, your life, your children's life. Do you know that you could pass this legacy, this business on to your children? There's so much about this business that's so unique. And if you dive in to really understand this business, they are here to help you live the best quality and prosperous life possible. And if you live Scentsy, and that's why, that's our theme for this year is live Scentsy, live it, breathe it, dream it, share it. And, you know, people say like, oh my God, that's all you do is Scentsy. Well, yeah, because Scentsy is everything that connects into my life. It makes me a better person. It grows my mind. It makes me more intelligent. It makes me more caring and giving. And so many amazing things have come from that. My child woke up this morning saying that he got to watch the sunrise and that he wants to wake up every single day to watch the sunrise. That means that what I'm doing with my life is impacting him, because I always tell him to stop and look at the clouds, look at the blue sky, listen to the birds singing, watch the sunrise. And it embedded in his head. So he made a point to get up one day to see what mommy was talking about. And it makes me so happy to hear that. I would have never thought to teach that to my child if it wasn't for Scentsy. So that's what I mean by live Scentsy. Start waking up and noticing your surroundings and give gratitude to the bed that you wake up in, the trees outside your window, the carpet underneath your feet, the roof over your head, the fighting between your kids, that at least they're healthy and they can fight and they can talk and they can, get mad at each other, and they have that emotion. They have the ability to have those emotions, which some kids don't. I started this business 4 years ago because I was inspired by the Autism Speaks warmer, the Piece by Piece warmer, because my cousin is autistic and he doesn't have those abilities and emotions that my kids do. So that made me want to help raise money for that cause and make me so much more grateful for how healthy my kids are. So that's what it means to live Scentsy, to live with gratitude, live and give more than taking. Grow yourself every day. Learn this business so you can have a prosperity financially as well, not just on a personal and spiritual level, but have the finances to go and live your life. People always think money is evil. No, it's not. It's freedom. It's the resource in order for you to live your life the way you want to have the freedom to do the things and see the things that you want to, like going on a cruise and seeing the ocean and having the sea air blowing against your face and smelling the seawater and the sun beating down on your face on the cruise and being surrounded by amazing people. This was our leadership retreat last year that I did earn the Can Do Cancun leadership retreat, so I got to go for free. And I was so excited because I was able to be there with two of my business partners, my dear friends, Heather Miller and Joanne Holman. And Heather is a director, so a lot of people go, oh, well, she's a director, of course she earned it. Well, there's people out there that didn't because they didn't try, okay? If you don't try, it doesn't matter if you're a superstar director. If you're not working your business and you're not sharing the opportunity, you're not gonna earn it. But Joanne was a brand new consultant. This was her first year, okay? She just joined in October of 2013. And so that's October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So she was only in for 7 months and she earned her trip. So she was just brand new, learning her stuff too, and she earned it. But I will tell you, even if she joined in April, There's a couple things that she did. She connected with me. She said, I want to earn this trip. What do I need to do? So she broke it down and had daily tasks that she wanted to do every day. And when I told her she needs to sponsor new people, she asked me, well, how can I do that? And what I said to her is offer. All we can do is invite. Let them know what's available to them. A lot of people don't think about inviting people into their business because we're scared. Oh gosh, if I invite this person, they're not going to host for me anymore, and they're not going to buy from me. But let me tell you, your sales are money for right now. And sponsoring, I mean, hosting your hostesses absolutely is money for the month because, you know, they have that bigger bulk sale. But when you sponsor, that is on a financial level, money for a lifetime. That's your future. And here's the thing, the bigger your business gets, you're going to need help. You're not going to be able to keep up with all of their clients and all of the next hostesses clients and all of the next hostesses clients and so when you think about it over the years, can you imagine how many clients that would be? If you think about the average 6 to 10 people at a party, okay? And if you have just 4 parties a month, okay? So let's just say 6. That's 24 clients a month, okay? If we multiply that by 4, I'm sorry, messing myself up, 6 clients times customers times 4. If you just had 4 parties, that's it in the entire month. That's just 1 a week. 24 clients, and you multiply it by 12, that's a month. That's 288 clients. Now, I'm going to tell you, that's not even including the random orders coming in and people just calling you up and saying, hey, I need to place an order. I've met you from I got your card from my friend. So let's add probably, let's be bare minimum, another 50 people to that from just referrals. That's 338 clients. Is that making you nervous or excited? It might get you both. But here's the thing. Do you want to give good customer care, or do you just want to be placing orders and throwing it at them? No, you want to take care of your clients. You want to know about them. You want to have a relationship with them. Now, if you're just placing what do you want? Here, okay, you want a 6-pack? All right, that'll be $27.03. Okay, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's not a relationship. That's Walmart, okay? We are a home-based relationship party planning business. So we need to be able to have the time to spend time with our clients, our customers, our clients, our hostesses, and sit down. And when we deliver that product, we want to see their expression on their face. We want to ask them what they're buying for, who they're buying for. But if you are running around like a chicken with your head cut off because you're just trying to get everybody's orders in and place the order, you're not going to be able to give that customer care. And here's the thing, you will lose those clients because somebody that like me that cares about my clients comes along. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to step on your toes because I can't, because the client chooses the consultant. And it's very likely they're going to choose the consultant that cares and takes care of them and knows who they are, because people buy from people they know, trust, and respect. And how do you get that? How do you get to know them? Is by building a relationship and taking time with them. How do they build trust? By you taking the time to get to know them. And respect is by you having a consistent and solid follow-up system with them. And if you are running around with a chicken, like your head with a chicken, running around like a chicken with your head cutting off. See, my head computes, everything computes differently. Anyways, you're not going to be able to have a good follow-up system. People are going to fall through the cracks, and they're not going to have respect of your business. They're going to be like, I haven't heard from her in 6 months. So with that being said, okay, all of those really important statistics, you want to be giving everybody the opportunity to host, to be able to get their stuff for free and half off, because you don't want them coming back and saying, Jess, I've been buying from you and I've been referring people to you, and you never told me if I just gathered their orders and put it into my own party, I would have gotten free and half off items. You don't want to be that person that they say that to, right? You're going to feel pretty small, like, oh, because what's that about? That means that it's just about you. You're just trying to reap the benefits, the sales, right? But if you are being generous and letting them have an opportunity, that one person earn their products for free and half off, they are going to bring people into your life that you would have never met and known for those sales, okay? And those people may be one of your next business partners to be on this journey with you. So they will introduce you to people you would have never run into out of your circle of people, okay? And then that person just may be that person as well. Once they've done the party, they're like, well, this is simple, which we want to keep it simple, right? As long as you keep it simple, they're going to feel that. You want them to say, I can do this. Not, oh man, this looks too complicated for me, right? I've been there, done that. When I first started, I made it complicated. I still had people join, but I got them scared a little bit, like, oh my gosh, you're just too crazy. So I had to learn some simplicity through this company. So does it sound familiar, the three things that we share from the very beginning? And are the three things how you earn your points in order to earn your Sensational Start level 1, 2, and 3? If you sell a certain amount, you're going to get to level 1. If you sponsor, you can also get to level 1. And then level 2, if you sell and sponsor, you're going to get more rewards. And then level 3 is insane amount of sales or a minimum of great sales and sponsoring. But here's the thing, they have to become let me verify that. I don't want to say that wrong because I just went blank. Okay, so I'm going to actually pull out my startup guide, my handy dandy startup guide, which is the Scentsy Bible, I call. Okay, so see, I still have to refer to this too because I can't memorize everything in this business. So that's why you have resources, right? To go back. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so yeah, I was right. So those people have to be active in order to count. So you can sponsor 6 people in your 70 days, but if they're not active, they're not doing anything for anybody, for themselves, for you, for the company, nothing. So they're not going to give you points. So that's the same reason why you're going to get points for not only sponsoring, but for them to become active for the first time, because that means you are working with them. You are letting them know what's available to them. You are encouraging them to host their first party in the first 10 days so they can earn their shooting star and then be halfway to certified, okay? And then they've got 70 days to get to their Sensational Start level 1, 2, and 3. And if they are striving for even level 1, they're gonna be certified, okay? And so if they join in May, even if they only hit level 1 in their 70 days, they're gonna hit their certified, right? So you see how this all works together? But this is a system that you wanna do with every team member that joins. And it's not for you, it's for them, because once they've seen how simple it is to host a party and that people will join and will come to their parties, they will see how simple and want to continue. It won't be as scary. They've got to get their feet wet, and you're there to help them on that journey in the beginning. I'm not saying you stop after they've hit their level 3 and, okay, you leave the nest, but they've pretty much got enough information and know how the business works enough to be on their own. And you are just there to elaborate and cheer them on and lock arms with them along the way, okay? Because you've helped them lay their foundation by getting their first shooting star. Now, that's going to help them get that feeling of reward. And they're going to want more, because I got to tell you, when I got my shooting star bracelet in the mail, I was a little happy. I was excited because there was no job that I ever did that gave me things like that. I used to work, 10 hours a day at my job that was salary, so I didn't make any extra money. And I would work 6 days a week sometimes and didn't get anything extra out of it. Just really tired. So, if you earned your shooting star, you want to show them show them what you got. Show them these amazing things that we can earn. Okay. I earned, because I earned level 3. I earned this little paperweight that I am so proud of, and I have a plaque in my other office. And these are just to remind you that you've done it. You've done something great, and you can keep doing it. Continue to do it. So here's the thing. A lot of you are full-time consultants. I mean, have full-time jobs and you work and you're just doing Scentsy on the side. But I'm going to tell you, because remember I told you you can't make excuses and money and earn trips at the same time. I can't tell you how many people in this organization that go on these trips with me, literally the higher percentage of people do have full-time jobs. Now, let me tell you why this is possible. Because you see people on a regular basis. You are out in circulation. You are forced to get up, get dressed, go to, shopping and, go to your job with people, maybe go get your gas during the day, stop and get some lunch at Porta Subs or whatever. That is all opportunity that someone like me, when I didn't have a job and my life was just my children, I had to literally, and I still do to this day, even though Scentsy's my full-time business, I still need to meet people, right? I still need to get out in circulation. I still need to see my clients. I have to literally force myself and schedule for me to leave my house to see people, okay? So you have a bonus that you are seeing. You have clients walking through your door. Now you're going to say, oh, I can't market to clients. There is nothing to say. There is no business out there that can tell you that you cannot be friendly with a client. That's going to build the relationship. And you never know where a conversation goes to. You never know. You may be walking out to lunch one day and you see that client come in, once a month or twice a month or whatever, and they meet you in the parking lot and they see you go into your car and they see your Scentsy decal and they go, "You sell Scentsy?" And you never know because you built that relationship and they end up becoming a client, a hostess, maybe your next team member. So it's all about possibility, but you have to think that way. You have to have a mindset of it's possible and visualizing it. Visualize sharing with people, being at that party, having people show up, giving the opportunity to somebody else. Let me take a drink. My mouth's getting dry. Okay, so let's go over some of the questions that a lot of people have been having. You guys can read this, so I'm not gonna, just like all the new consultant calls that I do, I always tell you guys, please read your startup guide because all the questions that we all ask are in that startup guide. We just want to go like, oh, I just want the quick answer, right? We're not learning anything that way. We're really not. So take the time to learn this and read it. And read it again and read it again. So I actually thank God for my dyslexia because it forces me to have to read things a few times, but then it helps me implement it. So when I get things, I get it. I get it because I'm going over and over and over with it because I have to. Now, those of you that don't have to do that, you may look at it once and go, oh, okay, I get it. But then here's the thing. It takes a while to embed. You have to see something a couple times in order to embed. Unless you have a photographic memory, amen to you. Whoosh, high five, okay? That's awesome. But if you're like the most of us, you don't have a photographic memory, it's just human nature. We have to do things a few times to get a rhythm, to get a habit, to absorb and understand. That's why when we're in school, they don't teach us 2 + 2 once and say, okay, I hope you know what that is, tomorrow. And you're done and we're not going to talk about it again. It's because we have to do things over and over. So do yourself a favor and read this over and over. But I am going to touch base some questions that I had on our group page. Somebody asked, okay, so now I have to pay for myself to get to Florida? No, this is an all expenses paid trip. And if you do take the time to read this a couple times, you will find that in this literature. Let's see. You do have to be a current consultant. So if you earn this and then decide to, you know, quit, obviously you can't go on our trip in January. So, you know, obviously you have to be all in. This is what you're going to be doing, right? And this, you know, can you imagine knowing that you're going to somewhere amazing every year for free? Think about that for a minute. Do you know that I still have to pinch myself that that's my life? Every year, I know I'm going somewhere amazing for free. I used to live my life saying, I'm never going anywhere. I've never seen anything. I've never been outside of Nevada and New Mexico. And I went to New York once when I was 6 months pregnant, so I was miserable, and it was cold, and I get to see everything because I was too tired to walk around. So I was at a point in my life when I was about 30 years old, because it's 4 years ago. I'm turning 35. I was almost 31 when I joined. I lived a life thinking that's just not me. I don't get to go on trips. I don't get to see the world. I'm never going to see anything. That's why I actually joined the military. I want to share this with you guys. One of the reasons, well, I'm going to share with you the reasons why I joined the military. I lost my job, couldn't find work at all when we moved to New Mexico, okay? And I was so sick to my stomach of feeling like my future, my children's security relied on somebody else. I hated it. I was like, I can work my butt off. I can blood, sweat, and tears. And I never know if I'm going to walk into an office and they're going to say, sorry, we don't need you anymore. Because that's what happened to me in my last job. I loved that job. I loved the people I worked with. I went there smiling every day. And I finally was like, yeah, I finally found a job that I love. I love the people. I love what I do. It's not stressful. I get to go to, you know, spend time with my children at night, not think about it. And just, you know, everything was great. But then I got laid off because their company that was funding our project, because I was a project secretary for a building, construction building, the people that were building the building, it was a casino, went bankrupt. So they couldn't pay for my company to be there anymore to do this project. So they had to lay me off because they lived in, my company was from Oklahoma. Okay. So it wasn't that I hated my job. It wasn't that I hated the people. It wasn't that I was getting paid enough. It wasn't that, you know, it wasn't anything but something out of my control and out of their control even. So I was sick of feeling like no matter what I do, and no matter who I work for, whether I love them or not, I may walk in and lose my job and not be able to pay my bills. So the only thing I could think of was the military. What if you sign a contract that you are going to serve, you are going to have a solid career. You don't have to worry about losing your job. Now, I know they do cutbacks in the military too, and to be honest with you, that was something this is new. When I was going to join, it wasn't like that before. It was more solid. And so that just proves that that was a misconception of mine, that there's nothing guaranteed. And so anyways, another reason why I wanted to do that is I wanted them to pay for school. I wanted an opportunity to go back to school because I thought like that was my only opportunity to have a career. So I was like, okay, well, I'll serve, I'll sacrifice, and in order to get my education. And wow, I'll be able to see the world. I might be able to go on like temporary duty somewhere, and maybe I'll do some training in somewhere cool, or maybe we'll get stationed somewhere cool, because I really want to see I want to see other places other than the United States, New Mexico, Nevada. And so when I got medically disqualified, my dreams were shattered. Every opportunity that I had a vision for was shattered in front of my eyes. Stability, security for my children, to be able to give them food and clothing and be able to let them go to sports or whatever. Education for myself, to learn and, you know, educate myself, to get a job in order to have an income, and then and the dream of actually being able to go somewhere and travel somewhere. But that was a blessing in disguise for me. The most devastating moment turned into the biggest blessing, because A few days later, I met my sponsor, Cambry Johnson. So you have an opportunity to make your life amazing. You have an opportunity to travel the world with Scentsy on all these amazing trips. And you know what the most amazing part is? Not only the surroundings and seeing different parts of the country and other countries and, you know, the sun on your face and tanning and swimming and all that fun stuff. But what I love the most and has been the most value in my life is the people that I meet. All of these amazingly ambitious, loving, sweet, courageous, Scentsy, spirit, bleed purple people that fuel me every day. And I get to see my friends around the world. We all come together a couple times a year at Reunion and then at our incentive trips. So I get to see my dearest friends now and these amazing people that fuel my fire. The only fire I have in my life is my inner flame. Every single year, 3 times a year. My best friend, Heather Miller, she lives in Alaska, and we get to meet in one location every year for free for loving our business and sharing our business. We get to have time together. And it's funny because we'll be, you know, we live in 2 totally different states, and we'll be able to go, I'll see you tomorrow. Oh my God, I can't believe I said that. I just got chills actually, just the thought, because it's so fun. So do you have people that you want to see every year? Maybe your family members? Think of the people out of state, your family. Maybe your aunt is really close to you and you don't get to see her very often. Have her join Scentsy. Tell her that, you know, this is a way that we can see each other once a year, even if it's just at the reunions. We have we get to literally write off our taxes, a business trip once a year, and we get to have a family reunion too. My mom, my sister, my sister-in-laws, my cousin, I mean, my best friends, all are part of Scentsy, and we all get to experience reunion this year together. And I can't tell you how exciting that is. And you can have that too. You can have that too. So I went way over, which you guys know that I always do, because I get so excited and I have so much to say. Now, the fact sheet, this is pretty much all the main questions we're all going to have. So I'm not a director. If I earn and launch the leadership incentive, can I still attend leadership? Yes, that's what this is for. They are trying to get you there so you can see what it's like to be a leader in this business, the things that we get to do. And then you get the knowledge that we get trained on before you even become a director, because that's just going to train you and you're going to be going into directorship and above with your guns loaded, way more loaded and ready to go than we did, because, you know, I didn't have a leadership retreat to train me to become a leader, but I had an incentive trip that taught me the things that I need to do. So when I became a director, I was like, well, I'm not really doing anything different, but now I just have to share what I do with my team. And that's what I'm doing with you guys right now. So it's not even hard being a director. And it's just simple systems that we implement and learn from other people, and programs that you read and, you know, maybe listen to on audio cassette and stuff that teach you systems that you can make this happen and possible. So you can have a full-time business with Scentsy. You can have a full-time job if you want to, and you can be a leader of a business. I have to shout out to Nicole Shavokas, one of my dear friends. She's a veterinarian, and she's on call on her days off in case of emergencies. And she's a director with Scentsy, and she earns every single trip. So if she can do this, so can you, right? I'm sure a veterinarian is pretty busy lady, right? Okay. So all of your PRV counts. So somebody asked, one of these questions is, does my trade show fairs and events count towards the points? Well, as long as you are putting your sales back into your workstation for PRV and counting those, and then just refunneling your stock for other events and having new stock come in, yes, it will, because a PRV point is going to count for a point, right? Towards that 500 or 150, because you do get points for getting 150, but you're going to get the maximum points for getting to your 500. So, but just a clarification. So if you have a show and you sell all your product and you get all this cash and you don't do anything with it and you just keep it and put in your bank account, no, it's not going to count. So that's just a clarification. But if you do and you place order for new product, you know, and put it back in and you just rely on your commission check for your return for that event, then yes, it will absolutely count. Okay. And then yes, all of your website orders, pretty much anything that creates PRV, which website orders do, anything you put in yourself is going to count towards points. Does every order placed in May, June, and July need to reach the monthly PRV totals required to earn credits in this incentive? No, you may place as many orders as you want. Okay, so yeah, so you don't have to place like one order of 150 to get those points of 1,000. It can add up as long as you have 150 to 500 or 500 points in by the end of the month. That's going to count as your points. So you can have $50 here from a website, and then $100 from a website order, and then you put in $50 for another individual order, and that's 150 by the end of the month. That is going to count towards your points. Okay. Anything that is, if you opened a party in April and say that it didn't close until May, it does count as long as the points, the PRV that's going in goes in May. But if you have an online order that somebody ordered in April, those points are not going to count towards the incentive, okay? Because you've already gotten the PRV for that. But if you close it and you put more in, anything that the points went in May, June, or July, those are the ones that count. So it has to be points counting May, June, and July, nothing from April. And I wish somebody was on live so I can ask. Maybe somebody is. Let me check my text message to see if anybody's texting me saying, Jess, I am on. I can't get through or something. No, I guess not. Okay. Okay, clarification. A lot of people are asking, like, well, what do I get 1,000 points if I get my 150, and then do I get another 3,000 if I put in 500? No, the max you can get is 3,000. So you'll get 1,000 once you put your 150 in, and then you'll get that extra 2,000 once you hit 500. Okay. What if registration is since you've already paid for a registration? Okay, so if you paid for registration but you don't end up going, you will not get those 1,000 points for attending. So get your butts to Reunion. Because basically you have to log in under and register physically that you're there with your consultant ID number and your ID. If a consultant rolls up to me and then promotes certified, will I be awarded for those courses? Yeah, so this is so awesome. Okay, so people come and go all the time in this business, unfortunately. And so sometimes somebody in your downline ends up leaving the business, and they roll, their downline rolls up to you, and you are suddenly their sponsor. Now, say they're a certified consultant, and you know, when they roll up to you, but then you start working with them and they promote to lead or star or whatever, yes, you are the one that's going to get those points for that next promotion because you're the one that's helping them. I mean, we hope so. I mean, some people are very independent, but the thing is the idea is they're training us to help, to not just sign people up and go, okay, here's your startup guide, have fun. You know, yes, we want to train them to be independent, but we don't want them to feel alone. Okay, they need that support from us. They need a cheering section. They need somebody to be able to just vent and talk to and say, this client was so difficult. Have you ever had somebody like that? And you're go, girl, yes, I have. And this is how I handled it, you know? And so, and that's what they need. That's the biggest thing all of us need is just support. The fundamentals of this business is in our training center, is on our training calls, you know, our webinars, all this training, that's what this is for. But what we really need on a one-on-one or even a phone call is that support, just to say, hey, I've been there too, and I know what you're going through. You're not alone, okay? So that's what it means to help your downline. Give them suggestions, share with them what you've done before. If they have goals, help them break them down so they can actually achieve them. if a consultant is reinstated as a Sensi Volata consultant, then promotes to certified, will I be awarded to those credits? Yes. So if you have somebody that, you know, was on the team before and then they canceled and then they decide to join with you and they were already certified, if they promote, and they promote to cert, or they weren't already certified and they promote to certified, yes, you will get those points. That is so awesome, right? As long as they promote within the qualification period, and as if they reinstate as an essential consultant. So awesome. Okay, so one of the questions is if somebody like deactivates in that period and then they reinstate, and you've already got the 150 of them becoming active, you already got that 1,000 points, and then they ended up canceling, but then reinstating, and then they become active again. No, you will not get those points again. You can only get points for that consultant once for that specific thing, for being active or that specific promotion. So that's a very good question. Okay, so the deadline for people to promote and get their 500 in or their 150 for each month is the end of the month. And the deadline for them to actually promote and you to get the points is July 31st, 2015, okay? So make sure if they're close, be paying attention to your, especially if they're brand new, you want to be paying attention into your performance tab. You will click on that, and then on the left-hand side, there is essential to certified. Or you know what? Let's do this. You guys can visually see it. Screen share. I forgot we have this feature. How fun! Okay, so you guys should see my what you call it by now. Hold on. My what you call it. Okay. Oh, it's the first of the month, so nobody's got anything in, so that's good. So I don't have to worry about like sharing people's numbers and stuff, which is cool. So bear with me. I knew I should have put this as an hour-long video. Okay, here's your performance tab. You can also enter it in this way. And then you will see there's a list of reports that are generated that are already there. So what you'll do is you'll click on Essential to Certified. And this is all the people. I'm just gonna show you, but I don't really want you guys to see people's business here. So anyways, so these are all the people that haven't certified yet. And so if they have certified in the next 3 months, they will, and you track that, you will be able to see, and I'm sorry I kind of scrolled up, but I just don't want people's personal business on there, but there's a column for their consultant ID number, their name, their join date, their, and then their lifetime PRV, okay? So once they've sold a thousand accumulative of a lifetime sales of a cumulative of $1,000, they will certify. So that column is going to let you know where they're at, because they may do it in like a cumulative of 3 months. So it puts all those months together for you. So you know, like, okay, if they're at like, you know, $800, you're like, oh my gosh, you're only $200 away from certifying, and they're promoting. So it's not just for you, it's for them. They're going to get a 5% sales bonus. You want your team to be getting the most money out of this business, right? Out of their hard work. So I will tell you a secret. I used to fear, the big F, you know, encouraging people to get to the next level and this and that, because I feared people thinking it was for me, for my own benefit. And because we get rewarded for that. And so it took me a long time to kind of just let it go and say, you know what? I know in my heart, I'm trying to help them do what's best for them to build their business. And just because this amazing company rewards me for that, that's not my fault, but I'm very grateful for it. And so, and the thing is they can too. You can too. So if you ever feel like, oh my gosh, Jess is always goes on these incentive trips. She always talks about them. Well, you can too. And I'm not going to feel bashful about it because I am doing what the company has trained me to do, and I'm trying to train you guys to do, and I do it consistently. And that's why they reward us. They not only reward us with money, because that's what we do, it's our job, we get commission for it, but we also get these amazing, amazing rewards on top of it. Back in 2014, at an annual incentive trip to Greece that Mitch and I earned, we got to sit with Orville. And I share this a lot on my trainings because this is huge. I really want you guys to understand this. He said to me, you know, the incentive isn't really to get you to Greece or get you on the cruise or to get you, you know, to Atlantis or wherever, Hawaii, all these places we've all been. It's really to train you how to work your business. And yes, the reason why we're rewarding with you something so great is because if you're doing that, we know that you've been working hard and you've been pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and you need a break. You need to relax and you need to see things that are going to help you continue to have these opportunities. Because eventually, if you continue to grow your business, you're going to eventually be able to afford to go on these amazing trips by yourself, pay for them. So you're going to be able to take your family one day, even though you and your husband or spouse or whoever you bring as a guest is only able to go on for now, unless they bring another incentive back that we can bring our families. I don't know. But one day you'll be able to say, hey guys, guess what we're doing for this summer? We're going to Greece because mommy can afford it. Daddy can afford it. And it's because of Scentsy. So is that your ultimate goal, to have that freedom? So learn this compensation plan, learn the steps of this business that's going to earn you these trips. And then before you know it, you're going to be going on free trips all the time, and you're going to be making money, and you're going to be having amazing Scentsy family to do it along with, and be blessed like we have been. Because it's the biggest blessing, all of you. And I just want you guys to see it and feel it and experience it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do this. Having a Scentsy family and being able to experience life and these amazing things and experiences is the best part, honestly. Yes, I loved Greece. Yes, I love all the places I've gone. But when I was able to share Cancun, Mexico with Joanne and Heather, two of my best friends, that was amazing. And I just want all of you guys to be able to be there and experience what I've experienced and have people that you love on these trips with you and have these amazing memories and accomplish goals together and push each other, because that's what we do. We just encourage each other. When we're down, we lift each other up, and we love life. Instead of living life saying life sucks, we love life. We love people now. You know, a lot of people say, oh, people suck. That's not going to come out of my mouth. Some people I can do without, but you know what? The majority of the people that I know, because I choose to surround myself with them, are amazing, and you are those people. So take the time to read the rest of these questions and understand this. If you don't, I'm willing to talk with you and chat with you to clarify. Like I said, I need to clarify several times. I ask a lot of questions. I'm not bashful. And because of that, I get to go on these trips. I have an income with Scentsy. I pay my mortgage and my bills with Scentsy. And it's because I'm not scared to ask for help. So please do not be scared to ask for help. I don't care if you're brand new, if you've never met me before, if you are, 10 levels down and you feel like, oh, she doesn't even know who I am. I do. I pay attention. I want to know you more. I want to, get a relationship with you, but I can't get that unless you want it. There's just too many of you for me to try to hunt down. And you guys get enough emails for me inviting, for you to connect with me with training calls and, do you want appointments with me? And if you don't take that action to say, yes, I want that time, if you don't take the invitation that I'm giving you, there's nothing I can do. I can't help you. See, you have to help yourself first. So in closing, I want you to, if you are not a part of this Ascent Academy, if you haven't opted in yet, do it. Opt in on Sunday or whenever the next opting in period is. You can call support and ask them, because these challenges that you are going to be given and tasks through this Ascent Academy, whatever level you're at, are the things that you need to be doing to make sales, meet new people, find new hostesses, and find new consultants. And then also it's going to give you tools to help your consultants, how you can assist them best. These are statistically proven tasks that anybody that's successful in this business, we do them on a regular basis, no matter what level we're at. And you will find that all these tasks, no matter what level and what program we're in, like I'm in Star Track because I'm shooting to make Star Director, I'm doing all the same things you guys are. I may have a few more responsibilities because I have a team to lead as well, but the same things that you guys are doing, I'm doing with my clients, with my hostesses, with my new consultants, trying to find new clients, trying to find new hostesses, trying to find new consultants, all that stuff. That's how I do the same thing you do. I'm a Scentsy independent consultant just like you. I've just been in it a little bit longer, and I've basically been around the corner and back a couple times. But I was a new consultant in 2011, April 2011, just like you. And if you're a seasoned consultant and never earned these trips, now's the time. You just have to decide you're going to do it. So I hope this was helpful. You can go into your challenges on your workstation and look at what program you would be opting into, or where you are into. You may be opted in, you don't even know it. And there's a Ascent Academy facts in your resources tab. Just type that in into the search. And you can also print out, each level of the program. So this is base camp, like I just skipped to pre-director drive. So depending on where you're at, I would definitely, and if you have a team already, I would definitely print these out, make a list so you know exactly where your team, what they're trying to achieve, and pay attention to that and see touch base with them where they're at with their Ascent Academy. So I hope this was helpful. I hope that all of you are setting a goal to $500 in PRV or higher. Hit that 2,000, because here's the thing. If you hit 2,000, you're going to be talking to enough people to be getting your parties as well as your new consultants joining. And then keep it simple. Help them through the startup guide, the sensational start, level 1, 2, and 3. That is their first focus. If you focus on that base camp Ascent Academy structure of the sensational start for 70 days, you will be helping your team member become certified and above before the end of July. Have a great day, a sensational day, and I will see you on that cruise in January. Bye, angels.